Hello, and welcome to the Tim Booker channel. Wishing you an enjoyable listening experience. Today, I'll be interpreting a book titled Persuade, subtitled, How to Persuade Anyone About Anything. This book spans 264 pages and I'll distill its essence for you. Learn how to utilize a tightly woven logic to persuade others, enhance personal influence, and navigate scenarios where persuasion is key. Whether it's presenting to superiors, influencing your child's education, or convincing neighbors about pet care, these moments of persuasion are omnipresent. In an era where verbal persuasion outweighs conquest by force, mastering the art of subtle persuasion becomes an essential life skill, influencing individuals and society alike. History is filled with successful persuasion stories, from Chu Long's influence on Zhao's queen mother to the Western folklore of Eve persuading Adam to take a bite of the apple. What techniques lie within these successes? Persuade comprehensively summarizes the core logic behind persuasion, offering a universally applicable model for compelling influence in any setting. This book equips individuals with a scientifically crafted training to elevate their persuasive abilities. The authors, Nick Bowden and Bob Howard, renowned international lecturers and sales improvement consultants, have tailored their expertise for major entities like the Royal Bank of Scotland, SSL International, British Airways, BMW, delivering sales training and management design. Through extensive work, they've formulated an effective language model represented by each letter in Persuade, adopted by prominent corporations such as Vodafone, Peugeot, BMW, Royal Bank of Scotland, British Airways, for internal training to enhance employees' personal influence. Today, we'll focus on this persuasion model, dividing it into three key areas to collectively explore the art of persuading others. 1. Understanding the fundamental elements necessary for persuading others. 2. Unveiling the efficient Persuade model and its workings. 3. Exploring 3 secret weapons of persuasion to instantly elevate your persuasive prowess. First, let's delve into the primary aspect, the fundamental elements necessary for persuading others. The movie Erin Brockovich, starring Julia Roberts, narrates a true story of persuading others. Erin, a financially disadvantaged single mother, discovered contamination in her town's water supply by a utility company, resulting in widespread health issues among residents. She evoked empathy by articulating the victims' experiences, appealing to the emotions of the town's people. She expressed their desires for a simple life, free from worrying about health problems caused by contamination. This method of persuasion, both stirring and awakening, engendered trust and intimacy, garnering unanimous support. In the courtroom, Erin didn't just present facts and evidence about the water pollution's detrimental effects, such as spinal deformities and uterine cancer. The defense attorneys, however, solely advocated for the power company's perspective, disregarding the residents' physical harm. Erin compelled them to envision themselves as the plaintiffs, making them recognize the audacity in diminishing compensation for the plaintiffs. Ultimately, leveraging her potent persuasive skills, Erin almost single-handedly toppled the utility company, resulting in a $333 million settlement for the 634 plaintiffs in the town. In this case study, Erin's success in persuasion can be attributed to adeptly utilizing 3 fundamental elements of persuasion: ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos represents personal credibility, crucial in earning trust and belief in what one communicates. Erin established a bond of trust through her actions and words, cultivating support from the townsfolk. To be credible, one's actions, especially in front of the target audience, significantly affect the perception of trustworthiness. Therefore, planning and analyzing how to approach and connect with others' inner worlds beforehand is crucial. Once credibility is established, empathy bridges the gap. Empathy involves understanding issues from others' perspectives, displaying an understanding of their desires and needs. Empathetic connections, as seen in Erin's portrayal, resonate deeply, linking personal suffering and emotions, fostering understanding. Active listening plays a pivotal role, as prolonged listening tends to draw people closer, providing an opportunity to comprehend their genuine thoughts and emotions. However, credibility and empathy aren't sufficient on their own, reason is essential. Reason involves supporting arguments with facts and data. Reliable data, being less manipulable, helps convince skeptical audiences. It's crucial to avoid overly emotional language and assertiveness. Utilizing widely accepted viewpoints rather than solely personal opinions aids in presenting a more objective stance. In the art of persuasion, these three elements, ethos, pathos, and logos, work synergistically, yielding varied effects in persuading others when effectively employed together. So, how can we comprehensively apply these three elements? Making persuasion simple and effective is the focus of the second key point today, the concise and effective Persuade model. The author of this book dedicated 30 years to research and crafted an effective method, where each letter represents a step that connects the entire process. The first letter, P, stands for planning and prepare, emphasizing the importance of understanding your objectives and the other party's position within these goals. The letter E, expand understand, urges the expansion of understanding and the demonstration of empathy to establish rapport and trust between you and the person you aim to persuade. The third letter, R for rationalize, refers to presenting logical reasoning, highlighting the crucial motivations for the other party in essential aspects. S stands for summarize, akin to rationalize, summarizing gathered information to confirm mutual understanding. U, understand, requires analyzing the other person's character traits to guide the next steps based on different personality types. The sixth letter, A, signifies address seeker, emphasizing the resolution of queries using precise language and logical reasoning to prove the benefits of your proposal to the other party. Subsequently, D, deliver benefits, involves offering advantages aligned with the desires, needs, or requests of the other person to prompt action according to your intentions. Lastly, E, evaluate, emphasizes assessing outcomes to ensure they align with your desired results. Though this model involves several steps, it's not overly complex. Considering Christopher Columbus persuading Ferdinand and Isabella of Spain for his exploratory voyage provides an example. Columbus firmly believed that sailing west across the Atlantic would lead to China and Japan instead of the traditional route around the stormy Cape of Good Hope. Though flawed in hindsight, Columbus meticulously researched and passionately believed in his theory, aligning with the first phase of the model, planning and preparation. Convincing oneself is crucial before persuading others. After initial refusals from King John II of Portugal due to skepticism, Columbus adjusted his strategy upon reflection and chose to approach Ferdinand and Isabella of Spain. Analyzing their interests aligned with his goals, emphasizing a shorter, more economically viable trade route, leading to the second step of expanding understanding and offering benefits. During negotiations, Columbus faced skepticism and persistent questioning from the Spanish monarchs, requiring repeated answers and assurances of success. Remaining steadfast without deviating from his goal embodies steps 3, 4, and 6 of the model, rationalizing, summarizing, and addressing concerns. Eventually, Columbus succeeded in persuading the monarchs. Queen Isabella even sold her jewelry to fund his voyage. In 1492, Columbus set sail and discovered the Caribbean, fulfilling his and Spain's goals, culminating in the final step of confirming results within the Persuade model. Columbus's success underscores the efficacy of this persuasive model, offering a comprehensive process, understanding objectives, thorough preparation, empathetic understanding of the other party, emphasizing mutual benefits, and synthesizing the entire persuasive process for effective persuasion. The core essence of this model lies in accurately and comprehensively understanding the other party, echoing the wisdom that to be understood, one must seek to understand others first. Knowing oneself and the other party ensures success in persuasion. The Persuade model offers a comprehensive approach to persuasion, but convincing others is a complex process. Each person and situation is unique, and not every method or technique works universally. To aid in persuasion, we'll focus on today's third key point, some secret weapons that assist in persuasion. The author's arsenal of secret weapons includes various options like social proof, reverse psychology, contrast principle, scarcity, and more. Today, we'll emphasize several simple, practical, and quick effective methods. The first method is third-party endorsement, perhaps one of the most effective techniques in marketing. It's widely used in advertising and sales, exemplified by slogans like, Heinz. 78% of surveyed individuals say. These instances illustrate the strong persuasive power of third-party endorsements, often yielding unexpected results. The author mentions an example where someone, influenced by the majority's opinion about a product's excellence, accepted a significantly higher price and the inconvenience of purchasing it from a store 200 miles away. Employing the third-party endorsement method in persuasion, for instance, convincing new clients to use your product, can leave a lasting impression and potentially overcome reservations. Moving on from third-party endorsement, let's consider the contrast principle. This principle suggests that when exposed to two similar things in quick succession, the second one seems influenced by the first. Our perception system is easily shaped by surroundings, leading to unconscious effects. This principle, used strategically, can divert the persuader's attention toward one or more contrasting elements, thus influencing persuasion. Utilizing this principle, presenting a higher-priced product first and then a lower-priced one could make the latter seem more affordable. Similarly, displaying a poor-quality product before the desired one prompts a subconscious comparison, leading the customer to lean towards the recommended product. In daily life, especially in persuasion, employing this principle involves getting someone to reject a request they'd likely decline before proposing the actual favor. For instance, asking a colleague to stay late, a request they'd likely refuse, followed by asking them to bind some documents might render the second request more acceptable. Next, let's explore the application of reverse psychology. This approach, where people tend to do the opposite of what's asked of them, is common, especially among teenagers. The more someone is told to do something, the more inclined they become to do the opposite, often to showcase their autonomy or resist restrictions. The author cites a sales scenario where the salesperson employs reverse psychology on a potential customer, saying the service may not interest them as it wasn't included in the recommendations. This tactic intrigues the customer, making them contemplate why they wouldn't want such benefits, thereby facilitating deeper persuasion. While there are various other subtle techniques in persuading others, the proper application of the listed methods can enhance flexibility, specificity, and efficiency in persuasion. Alright, that's about it for today's content I've shared with you. Let's recap. This book provides a logical framework for deeply persuading others. Firstly, we discussed the essential elements necessary for persuading others, including character, empathy, and rationality. Character involves establishing a reliable image through prior consideration, analysis, and good conduct. Empathy involves seeing things from others' perspectives to make them understand your understanding. Rationality requires using facts and data to substantiate arguments. The second focus was the efficient persuade model, encompassing planning, expanding understanding, rationalization, summarizing, understanding, addressing queries, delivering benefits, and evaluating results. This model emphasizes progressively comprehending others' needs through a step-by-step process, highlighting the specificity and efficacy of your approach to effectively persuade. The third focus delved into some helpful secret weapons for persuasion, namely third-party endorsement, contrast principle, and reverse psychology. Third-party endorsement involves leveraging others' words to enhance credibility. The contrast principle augments persuasion by introducing a poorer option. Reverse psychology capitalizes on curiosity and the desire to challenge, using these to persuade. That wraps up all the content for this audio session. Congratulations on completing another book. Thank you all for your support and attention. Please subscribe to the Tim Booker channel, like, and share this valuable knowledge with friends. Let's combine wisdom and practice to achieve our financial goals and create a better future. Thank you, goodbye.